Welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner. I'm Drew Waffey. Joining us today is one of the most successful junior college men's basketball coaches in the country, a three-time Conference Coach of the Year who brought home a national title here to Phoenix College back in 2014. Matt Gordon, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Matt, another great year for your program this year. Unfortunately, though, for the second straight year, you couldn't get past the conference finals. What did you take away from this year's team?
We had a great year. You know, we won 25 games, three-peated as conference champs, which for a Division II team is unheard of, never been done. Until 3 years ago, only one team has won the conference as a Division II team. So it's a great accomplishment for us to do that 3 years in a row, to be the best junior college team in Arizona. The beauty of basketball and tournament play is you never know what can happen. It's a one-game season, and unfortunately the last 2 years we've come up on the short end. In the championship game, it doesn't really take anything away from a great season. I tell our guys all the time, you can have a great year, but if you want to make it memorable, you got to win the region tournament. So, because nobody remembers second place, unfortunately. But we had a great season, and I couldn't be happier.
Let's look ahead to next year now. You probably would determine it's almost a rebuilding year. You got a couple of key guys coming back, Rashad Goolsby and Reese Plummer may be going elsewhere, but you also have Layette Parker coming back. So talk a little bit about next year's squad.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a rebuilding year at Phoenix College. We like to just reload or replenish. It's hard to rebuild when you've been successful as we have, and it's been great because it makes recruiting easier. Kids want to come here now, and it's a destination place for these kids if they're going to go to junior college. I think we'll have a good group coming in. The beauty of junior college is, or not the beauty of it, is we got to start over almost every year. This year was kind of a different year. We had 10 sophomores, so it was a little easier in terms of we could advance things a little faster. But sometimes that's not the best thing either, because probably we make it a little too complicated for them, and you just got to keep it simple. With a new group, we just got to keep things really simple.
Your alma mater is UCLA. You spent some time there as a grad assistant. You also spent time as assistant men's basketball coach at University of Portland. Talk a little bit about how that Division I experience, especially at UCLA, how you brought it into your junior college coaching experience.
Shoot, that was a long time ago. I've been here 13 years now, and but you know, we try to run our program like a Division I program, because when I got here, I didn't know anything else but Division I, and that's kind of what we molded ourselves after here to get these kids ready to play at the four-year level. We do as best we can with the resources we have. So, you know, we have our study hall, we have our film sessions, just like they do at Division I. We practice as hard or harder than most four-year programs. So when the kids have to leave here, they're ready. They're ready to succeed and step in, because as a junior college kid going to a four-year program, there's no time to bring you along. You know, there's no time to develop a student. You have to go in and play and fill a role right away for those programs. So our goal here is to make them ready to fill those voids right away, and we've had a lot of success, because a lot of my kids will come back and say it's actually easier for them to play at the four-year school than it was to play here, just in terms of, you know, because they were so prepared to go on and move on. And, you know, and that's just because we brought in that Division I mentality when we got here.
When you did get here in 2004, what was the culture like, the basketball culture like? Because I know a couple of prior years before you got here, it was kind of some dismal seasons here at PC.
Yeah, you know, it's hard for me to remember. I know we've established something great here in terms of a culture. It's a family atmosphere. The team's bigger than the individual, and you know, sometimes that's not a fit for some kids. So if the kids want to come here and be a part of that family, that team atmosphere, they can be successful, because that's what it's about, you know. Not just at the next level, but in life. You got to be a part of a team. You know, you got to be able to work well with others, and if you can learn that here, that's a great advantage moving forward in any circumstance, in any walk of life. And
quickly, talk a little bit about, I know you're very proud of the GPA, the men's GPA that you have at the school here. I know a few years back, I think you were nationally recognized for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the person we bring in. You got to be an achiever on the floor. You got to do it off the floor, because usually the two go hand in hand. If you're not a hard worker in the classroom, probably not the hardest worker on the court, you know. So we have to build that into them on both levels, and we try to bring in some kids that are good students, that know how to work hard, and maybe the other kids that aren't as good will follow along. They'll see how it works, and you know, they lead by example, and we preach it, and you know, they have to do well, and you know, in all facets, whether it's in the classroom, here on the basketball court, or you know, just in their everyday life.
Right. Hey, Matt, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations on the great year here.
Thank you.
Matt Gordon, head men's basketball coach here at Phoenix College. For Coach's Corner, I'm Drew Waffey. Hope to see you again soon.
That's going to do it for this edition of Inside Maricopa Sports. For dates and times of our show, go to our website at maricopa.edu/MCTV. Check out our Facebook page for news and updates, and visit our YouTube channel for all of MCTV's original programming. We hope you enjoyed our show from the Coyote Center, and for our entire Inside Maricopa Sports team, I'm Ashley Neville. We'll see you next time.